and you're just wasting your energy and you're wasting your time and you're frustrating yourself and coming off stupid yourself. So it's always important to also reflect your behavior. And we all have to agree, the people you meet in life and you think, oh my God, shoot me to the moon, okay, get me out of here. And that's exactly the video we're talking about today. I personally don't have patience or even like stupid people. And before you all get stressed up, I'm going to explain what I mean by this. Life with Ruzhoff, my lovelies, inspiring you to live an empowered life. So diving right into our topic today, question is, are there stupid people? Is it even okay to call someone stupid? So I'll clarify. When I refer to stupid, I'm not referring to the someone's intelligence, but rather to their behaviors, like ignorance, like laziness, like unwillingness to learn. People that always use their stupidity or ignorance as an excuse. These are the people I'm talking about, and not the intellectual stupidity. Okay, let's get this out of the way before you all get worked up. My lovelies, we are talking about addressing common misconceptions about stupidity. If there's anything I can't stand, is someone that is slow, stupid. Again, I don't know if I don't think it's just me, and I'm not saying I'm the most intelligent person out there, but I'm not a dilly-dally person, So when I meet someone and interact with someone, be it a colleague, be it a friend, be it an acquaintance, I expect someone to be at zack, that's what we call it in German. Someone that comprehends things faster, someone that I don't have to explain something to a million times, someone that doesn't take forever to grasp what you're trying to bring forth, which can be very, very frustrating. So, that is the kind of stupidity that really gets on my nerves. We're talking about how do you even have a discussion or an argument with someone that will never understand it. I remember growing up, our mom would always say, when dealing with a stupid person, it's a waste of breath and energy to even have an argument with such a person. Again, they'll never get it. You're going to be talking about something and probably they're going to take it personal because they cannot be objective, because they're not intelligent enough in this sense, to comprehend what you're saying. So it's going to be a back and forth, hurting of feelings and being misunderstood. And that is what I find frustrating about stupid people. And that's why I said I don't have the patience. I don't like such people because, again, it is frustrating. Interesting bits about oh my God, stupid people is you can hit them with reality in the face. You hit them with the truth, with the facts, and you go like boom, and they'll never see it. They will never see it. They're still going to be looking at you like, oh really? What did you just say? So you can imagine, no patience whatsoever. Those dumb people that are not even in position to read the room. Like you're in a room, we're talking about, friends, colleagues, buddies, and probably you're talking about something and everyone is thinking, cringe, giving me the ick. And this person is not even in position to notice, okay, these people are not interested in what I'm talking about. Or these people are not willing to support what I'm bringing forth. And they'll go on and on and on. And for me, it's very difficult, very frustrating, because I'm feeling ashamed on their behalf. I'm deep inside thinking, oh my God, let them stop, because it's really embarrassing. But again, looking at the human bit of it, I can't just say, oh stop, you're being a pain in the foot. So I'm seated, and you can even see it on my body language that is really frustrating me, and I'm feeling ashamed on their behalf, and I'm getting frustrated. But in most cases, you can't do anything because, again, you want to be polite, you want to be politically correct. So it's really, really frustrating. And I want you to be honest in the comments if you've ever had to deal with such people and how you felt about it, or if you have even to deal with such people on a day-to-day basis, like your colleagues, your family members, your friends. How do you deal with such situations? Like I said, in my case, I really don't have the patience and don't even like such people, because I think I also value my time and my life so much for it to be wasted on someone that will never comprehend the things that I talk about or represent whatsoever. And that's why, for example, if I got someone to troll me like on social media in the comments, I would never troll them back or do a back and forth, because in most cases these are some people that fall in the stupid category that I'm talking about. So it's going to be a back and forth, and you're just wasting your energy and you're wasting your time and you're frustrating yourself and coming off stupid yourself. So yeah, that's what I think. Before it turns into a rant, another example is, stupid people always think they can get away with actually anything. They think they're smart. And stupid people, I would also categorize, for example, narcissists under the stupid people. They think they're very smart. They think when they lie, no one sees behind, that they are lying. And my problem is, I'm someone that can easily see through people's bullshit. I have very, very good people skills. I have very, very strong intuition. So you can never bullshit me. And if you belong in that category where you think, oh, I'm so smart, I'm going to present this and this even when I know it's BS, it's really, really very frustrating for me, and I don't have patience whatsoever for such people. But of course, we have to be honest, no one is perfect, neither am I. And even I always say, like, my strength can be a frustration to other people. For example, one of my strengths that I know is very polarizing is I'm a very, very honest and direct person. We all know human beings don't like honesty. Human beings prefer sweet little lies. And being a very direct and open person can be very negative in some situations, especially with people who don't like the truth. You're going to come off as rude, you're going to come off as arrogant, but that's who I am, and that is something that I stand for. So what I'm trying to say here is, no one is perfect, but there's a difference between, willful ignorance and genuine misunderstanding. Willful ignorance is someone that is not putting the effort to get knowledge, to get educated, to get informed about something. I'll give you another example. Like when German people ask me if in Africa the lions were in the streets, if they ask me if we have nice cars and nice homes in Africa, that is utter stupidity. I've had such a situation, through my work experience, where a colleague asked something like that, and I told them, I'm sorry, that is a very ignorant question that I cannot answer. And of course, I went on to elaborate. And for me, that is utter stupidity. But again, if someone is totally innocent and they've misunderstood something, that's a difference. And I believe my people skills are good to an extent that I can tell the difference between willful ignorance and misunderstanding. So if you're out there and you're wondering, I've been in this and this situation, was that willful ignorance or misunderstanding? Or how do I tell? Then this video should be able to help you. And of course, it's always important to have empathy. Like I said, I've been in such situations and I've not outright called out the people, because again, empathy is important. If it's someone that I'm a little close to, even as a colleague, I'll tell them about it later and let them know how it affects us as a team or affects me as a person, and hopefully they do better in future. So you're probably wondering, again, this is a social empowerment channel. We don't bring problems, throw them here and walk away. No, we come and serve something that is wholesome. We look at the problem, we look at the solutions, we look at how to deal with them. So you could be thinking, how do I deal with such a situation? How do I deal with, managing such a frustration? In my case, I would suggest you walk away, so you're creating some time to calm down, to digest the situation, and also to come with the best way of maybe letting the other person know how you feel about their behavior. If you're someone who's good at, meditating, you could just stay in the same space, take a few deep breaths, count up to 3 or 10, and then talk. Do not ever talk in the heat of the moment, because you could end up hurting this person, maybe who's probably just misunderstood what you just said, and they're not being outright ignorant and stupid. And of course, addressing these situations calmly, or even just avoiding it altogether. Like I said, stupid people in most cases will never get it. No matter how many times you explain it, no matter from which angle, they'll take it personal, they'll be mad at you. So if you have a feeling it is a dynamic that is very delicate, maybe it is your colleague, maybe it is your boss, maybe it is your best friend, then probably the best option would be to ignore it, unfortunately. So my lovelies, as I almost conclude this video, I would love you as my community here, being the Ruzhoff social empowerment community. I would encourage you to reflect on your own behavior. I do reflect too on my own behavior, and that's why I know that I'm not perfect. And we also make these mistakes. I've probably been in situations where people are like, what the F, you know? So it's always important also reflect your behavior and not just look at the other people and pinpoint at them, you know, and ask yourself, how did I contribute to this problem? So if someone appears stupid, but it is just because they misunderstood you, how did you contribute to this problem? Maybe did you bring your point not so well forth, or maybe did you talk in the heat of the moment and they didn't understand you? So it's always important to ask yourself, how can I help? I think that is very important. And as a society, we also have to ask ourselves, how can we change as a people? And problem is, or you have to ask yourself, if stupidity is inevitable. It is unfortunately inevitable for some people, or if in a community there's going to always be people that are slow. So the most important bit for you who doesn't fall in that category is to know how to deal with these people, how to support them, you know, and of course empathy has to be there, and also how to protect yourself, because again, like I said, the reason I don't have the patience or even like stupid people is they can be very frustrating, extremely frustrating, and this can affect your daily work, this can affect your mental health, this can affect your relationships. So it's not something that you can just, you know, sweep away. It's something that you must deal with, but with delicacy, because you also want to be kind and fair to the people that are not so smart or as quick-witted as you are. So my lovelies, I'm curious to know, have you ever had any experience with stupid people? I believe every one of us has, but anyway, I want to hear it from you. Have you ever had an experience with someone stupid, you know, quotations, or someone slow, someone dumb, and how did you deal with it? Or are you even someone that has even been called that, you know, someone goes like, oh, you're too slow for me, or, you know, you're stupid. How did you deal with that? That is something I'm curious to know about in the comment section. Otherwise, my loves, I'm here to inspire, uplift, and empower you. Thank you so much for always supporting us, and like, share, comment, and let's keep growing and serving more people.